She refused to marry me unless I became king of all Norway. She couldn't wait for me to become king of Norway. She married a Danish earl instead.
And what did you do?
I killed her. And now that she is dead, I no longer have any intentions to attack Kattegat or try to remove you as its ruler. I want to offer you my friendship and alliance.
Do you think you're in a position to offer me anything?
I'm still a king with lordship of many kingdoms.
And I am queen. And what would you want in return for this alliance?
You have no man in your life, and I no woman.
No way.
Perhaps that's one answer to your question.
Do you really think, King Harald, that I would prostrate myself at your feet and offer thanks to the gods that you would deign to be my husband?
What is happening?
What are you doing?
What is happening?
You were just stopped by your bodyguards. Why do you need them? Do you need protection against us, against your brothers?
I'm a cripple. I need a bodyguard.
It's not just the bodyguard, Ivar. The fact is, you never seem to consult us about any.
We are older than you, Ivar. You can't push us aside. It's unacceptable.
No. You're right, Fitzek. But you two have to understand that it is harder for me to share and to stake my claim. I truly want to be your equal, but in order for me to do so, I have to do better than you.
Don't try to make us feel sorry for you. Because, my brother, we never will.
He wants to make a deal with us.
So you told him we do not make deals with murderers?
I told him it depends on the offer.
What is he offering?
Alliance.
Surely you can't entertain that. Doesn't he know who you are?
Of course he does. That's the point.
I would never let a man like that get anyone near me.
You can't be so pure. Sometimes women have to do what women have to do just to keep a bit of power.
That is what you say.
There is an element of truth in what Torby says.
You can't set him free.
Whatever I decide has nothing to do with you.
I was only thinking of you.
Thank you. But I can think for myself.
Oh, yikes. Oh, no. Oh, no. They're kidnapping her?
They've gone. Who's gone? King Harald and his men. Their boats have gone. They freed him and killed some of the guards.
Where's Astrid?
Astrid.
Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. They took her. Yep.
I still intend to become king of all Norway. I shall take over Kattegat, among other kingdoms. But I remain unmarried. I need a queen. I need to breed and produce sons.
You want me to be your queen? No.
Even if it means you will become queen of Norway. The most powerful woman in the whole country. Doesn't that appeal to you at all? Don't your eyes shine just a little brighter? Or have I misjudged you?
Oh, she's gonna consider it. She's gonna seriously consider that. Floki journey is going to be very interesting.
Why have you abandoned me? Heimdall. Watchman! Tell the other gods how often I think of them. And how my heart belongs to them. Don't come back. Don't come back!
You change your mind.
I will never marry you. You have made a big mistake.
I've never had any luck with women. What if you were always meant to be here? What if there was no place else for you to be?
She's definitely considering it. Yep.
My Lord Bishop, we've heard many reports of your prowess with arms, and of your personal sanctity. We mean to model our lives upon yours. My wife, Judith.
In the name of God, who is both vengeful and merciful, I swear I will make these pagans pay for their cruelty and their crimes. Apparently, they have felt unable or unwilling to repair the old Roman walls that are still standing. In fact, in several places the walls are crumbling. They remain unguarded and unprotected.
Then we have a plan of attack.
We do. With your permission, we should wait. Let our armies be combined. Let my scouts determine with absolute certainty that those sections of wall remain unguarded. When all that is done, we shall attack.
Oh my god. Damn. Floki is tough, man. He is tough. I'm just expecting Luke Skywalker to be at the top of the mountain. Wow. That is so pretty. I feel like this is Iceland. Whoa.
Ivar! Ah, what are you doing? Wait. And I'll show you.
Is he gonna try to walk? Is that the end of the Ah! Wow, okay, a lot of things happened. Okay, first of all, this episode was shot so well. I just feel like there's a tonal difference between this season and previous seasons already, and I already got that, and this is the first episode. I just see, specifically with the scenes with Floki and his journey, it's filmed, it's shot so differently, and it's so cool. So, speaking of Floki, I was really moved, I was really touched by the scene before Floki left when him and Ivar were talking. I think that Ivar, now that Ragnar is gone and has been gone for many episodes now, Ivar doesn't have a father figure to look up to, so I think that Floki is that next, Floki is the person that he kind of looks to as his father figure, I guess. That's what I derived from the conversations between them and the conversations that they've been having for a few episodes now. I love their back and forth. Their back and forth kind of reminds me of Ivar and Ragnar, which is why I say that. Meanwhile, Floki is on this spiritual journey, I guess, to find himself. I really enjoyed all of his scenes this episode, or these 2 episodes. I love Floki, and I want to see more of him and his journey, and I think that it was really interesting to see what he had to go through, how tough he is, how much he could actually endure, and how strong he is, despite the show depicting him as this kind of vulnerable character. He's truly very connected to the gods, and I think that he is probably one of the strongest characters mentally in the entire show. He's just had to endure so much, and for him to not go insane when he was kind of crazy to begin with is really remarkable. He's kind of done a 180 in terms of, I think that he's really going to find himself this season. Now, the person or the thing that Floki saw that was coming out of the waterfall, was that a god? I'm not sure if that was a god, but there was also a rainbow in front of the waterfall, which represented something, I feel like. And then Floki was like, I'm in Asgard. And I don't think it's a coincidence that, I mean, I have some knowledge from Marvel. In the Thor, or at least in Thor Ragnarok, there was like a rainbow bridge to Asgard. So maybe I'm stretching, maybe I'm making a connection that doesn't exist, but the rainbow, maybe that represented the bridge to Asgard, the road to Asgard, I don't know. I have no idea. I might be stretching. Marvel is completely unrelated to this show, I know. Anyways, what is happening with Ivar and all of his brothers? I did want to talk about the relationship between Ivar and Ubbe. I think that their relationship out of all of the brothers is the most interesting, because I just feel like they are just polar opposites of each other. Ivar is this ruthless, badass, savage person who kind of represents everything that a Viking is. Ubbe just seems to me to be too good of a person to be a Viking or represent everything that a Viking is and would do. So I think that they are polar opposites of each other, and I hope that that's explored in later episodes, because I think that their relationship is really interesting. I hope that that doesn't end in conflict, which might be inevitable. If there's one thing that this show taught me, it's that brothers cannot get along. Although Harald and Halfdan get along just fine, but for the most part, brothers on this show do not get along. So I think that an Ubbe versus Ivar fight is inevitable. They're going to disagree. They disagree on almost everything. Speaking of brothers, with Harald and Halfdan, they split up. Harald got captured by Lagertha. Not only did he escape and he's leaving now, but he took Astrid with him. And I do think Astrid is going to be very vulnerable to his advances. I think that she's probably going to end up marrying him in some form, or just being tied to him in some type of way. He's going to be able to convince her somehow, which is not going to be good, because then Lagertha has more enemies, more people to be mad at. Then she's mad at Astrid. Astrid betrays her. What is she going to do to Astrid? These are all questions that need to be answered right now. At the end of the episode, we see this episode, Ivar is walking. He's got this contraption that allows him to walk. Now, I know that he wasn't completely paralyzed. He just has weak muscles, or bones, boneless, yeah. So his bones are kind of weak, or his bones are really brittle. So to see him actually starting to walk, or getting a device that allows him to walk, that's going to be cool to see in the upcoming episodes. I'm really excited. Also, I've been watching the uncensored version of this show for the entirety of my viewing experience, but season 5 wasn't available in the uncensored version, so I'm not sure if I'm going to miss out on really important scenes, but if I do, just let me know in the comments and I will definitely check them out, because I feel like those cutout scenes that they cut out in the American versions are sometimes so pertinent to the storylines and make you think differently about the characters, so it kind of pisses me off that in America we don't get the entire version, but whatever. I have to deal with it. I can't watch any other way, so I guess those are all of my thoughts. As always, thank you guys for watching. Check out my other Vikings reactions if you have not already, and stay tuned for episode 3. Alright, bye guys.